Now, let's go to another matter, because
Yes.
we're talking about the BBC report, and I'm glad you said you read
Yes.
that article also.
Yes.
There are also criticisms concerning what Mr. Atiku has been saying, or even what his manifesto is all about.
Mm-hmm.
I spoke to a few analysts, economic analysts, very resounding ones at that, and they criticized this manifesto, Atiku's manifesto. If we have that, we can put it on the screen. What we've done on the show is to summarize the key points of Mr. Atiku's manifesto. They told me, Nancy, Atiku's manifesto is perfect, but 4 years late. That there are new problems now. That it would have been good for a pre-2015 time. What's your response to that? And let me also add this. I'm taking your words that there were no deep and linkable introspection with the manifestos. So respond to that.
Wow. Who did that?
I've been speaking with a lot of people.
I thank God that I am not a novice. I just thank God. And I understand that manifesto back to back. What the manifesto puts forward are 5 dynamic, very broad dynamic points. And those 5 points are interrelated. They link each other dynamically, because his first point is unity, even within our diversity. Because you cannot create, there is no pathway to economic growth amidst insecurity, amidst falling, broken down social relationships. What creates wealth is an enabling environment for wealth to be created. And that was number 1. Number 2, we looked clearly at the economy. The hunger quotient in Nigeria has gotten to astronomical level. And there must be a seismic paradigm shift. And if you don't educate Nigerians, when I say education, education is not basically going to primary school or going to secondary school. No. It cuts across board, because even the Google that you're using now are all products of an educated social infrastructure. And that is what Atiku based everything on. And if you look at it, insecurity is linked. Then our concurrent federation, which is a recurrent decimal particularly since the first, what do you call it? Since the first coup in 1966. So if you have to look at all this and you draw a graph, the graph will be a law of diminishing return if you don't take all these things into consideration. And for you to do that, he has said we want to raise both the nominal and capital and the nominal GDP and the GDP per capita.
I'll come to that.
We will raise it to 900 billion and raise the per capita GDP to $5,000.
Yes,
it was $2,000 just as at the time we were putting together the manifesto in 2022. But today it has fallen drastically, even worse than that, because right now more than 90 million Nigerians are living below the poverty line, are living below $1.90 a day. More than 90 million. Why another 133 million as at December 2022 were declared multidimensionally poor? These are not figures coming in from the PDP or even from Nigeria. To the extent that the National Bureau of Statistics, which is the ombudsman and the repository of the nation's economic progress, has said it all. Nigeria today is experiencing a seismic shift and astronomically undefinable inflation rate. Nigeria is our paper of our naira is almost competing now with what it used to be in Zimbabwe. So we have to sit down and look.
Is that not an exaggeration?
That's
an exaggeration. Because in Zimbabwe, a paper you had 100 million or even $1 trillion
I'm not even looking at the number of zeros in it.
Yeah.
They have
in Zimbabwe, they don't even use their currency anymore now. They use the US dollar, the rand, and some other South African currencies.
That's what I'm saying.